Okay, sit down, Layla. Hey, cutie. So I have a haul to kind of show you that I got off of Facebook, a local Facebook group. So those are always fun because, you know, a lot of trades and swaps and things happen on the local groups. So I guess I'll start with the actual purge and a few plants that I got from this girl. She had some good stuff. First thing is this green spider plant. It's supposed to be the curly variety. I do see like a curly leaf here. It needs a little bit of love. She was feeling some overwhelm according to the post, so she was selling off a lot of her plants. I happen to love spider plants, so any other type of variety I can get, I will. I didn't even know there was a curly green spider plant, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've got some up top there, the other varieties, and then the regular body spider plant that you do find with the variegation. I do have to quarantine these plants. I tend to keep my spider plants away from my cats because they obviously very much like them because they look like grass. They are a type of grass, so you can't blame them. They're non-toxic, but they just don't recover very well or look very good. I let my cats eat my ponytail palm instead. They don't really chew on that for too long because it's not as appealing after they take a bite. So this next one I got is a Nepenthes. She thinks it's a Nepenthes ovata. This is my first carnivorous plant in a while. I've been kind of wanting a Nepenthes, so I don't mind that it doesn't have any pictures right now. Mine is just, you know, solidifying the identification for it, but I'm okay with that. I think what I'm going to ultimately do here pretty soon, give it a little bit of time to kind of adjust, is to maybe repot it. So I've been kind of doing a little bit of research on Nepenthes care. And then another one I got is a type of Ceropegia debilis. I don't know much about this yet, but I saw it that nobody had claimed it yet, because I did get to the Facebook group kind of later, about an hour or two later after the purge, so I just picked what was left over. And this is a pretty long specimen, and I've never heard of it, never seen it, so I thought I would do some research, give it a try, and trade some cuttings too, probably. And I'll show you a little bit about that here in a minute. This is super cool! And I got a couple types of just Dischidia. I got a Dischidia rustifolia, or rustifolia, and a Dischidia oeantha. They've got some sphagnum moss. It looks like they are already rooted, so that's good news. I believe this is the rustifolia. And then the oeantha, which, mind you, I personally don't have either type of plant, and I'm fine with the cuttings. I don't have a whole lot of space these days, so small cuttings are just fine with me. And so that's it for what I purchased from this plant purge. I do have a friend who I recently started doing a lot more tradings with, because with my job I get a lot of free plants nothing super fancy, but reliable plants that were in accounts and needed replacing. So I met this girl through the Facebook group when I'm posting, hey, I've got a bunch of plants from work, you know, would like to rehome them because I can't take all of them. So we started making friends. We've been chatting, doing some trades. She happened to be on the plant purge as it happened, so she got some pretty good stuff as well. And so I just got a couple of things from her. So she got a couple Hoya cuttings. One was free with any purchase, and she was the first one to call dibs on it. It's a Hoya pubicalyx. Looks like it's already pretty rooted, and it's a tiny little thing, but I like the splashing on there. And so far I've been a fan of Hoya pubicalyx. I'd have some cuttings from a while ago that I potted up, and you can kind of see them back there right now. That was from an account a while ago, and yeah, doing pretty well. And then I also got Hoya curtisi, which I haven't seen in person yet. Very small cutting as well. But I'm looking forward to growing it. And I'll try to film the way I'm going to kind of propagate them and get them ready to go. They've got some long aerial roots there, so they might be ready to just pot up in general. Oh yeah, and one last cutting I got. This isn't from the Facebook purge, but it is from my friend who I've been trading with recently. She went to a local greenhouse and picked up some Ficus pumila, the oak leaf variety. So I've had the variegated variety before, and I underwatered it often enough that eventually I did kill it. So I'm gonna try to be better about this one. It's so cute. Eventually it'd be cool to put it in my fairy garden that desperately needs some upkeep. It's fun though. Okay, thanks! So, I find this sort of stuff very satisfying to do. Picking out the dead stuff. On my regular bonnie plant, by regular I mean the one that has the white stripes in the middle, I found at a local greenhouse called English Gardens. I did get a case of thrips. I've had a bit of a thrips outbreak recently. I think it stems from a plant that I brought in probably last winter, because I had issues last winter. Even though the plant spent a couple months outdoors this past summer, they still stuck back in, the thrips, and before I knew it, they were kind of in a lot of stuff. And I observed at the time when I brought everything in and kind of got things in their place, the variegated spider plant, the bonnie, was hanging up in my living room, and I saw very quickly over the course of just a few days, it was looking very, very sad very quickly. And so I had to take it down, take a look. It had a pretty bad thrips outbreak. I can insert some clips of what it looks like now. It wasn't exactly something that I wanted to necessarily share while it was going on, but yeah, it was pretty rough. I wasn't scared of losing the plant. I did treat it. I gave it some systemic because and I did wipe down some of the leaves, killed any bugs that I did see, but in my job, I do a lot of pest management in a pretty natural way, I guess, and so a lot of leaf wiping, a lot of mechanical removal. And so when I come home, it's hard for me to feel motivated to do the same thing with my plants at home. So sometimes I just go to the systemic. I've got too many plants to quarantine, so I just do systemic and keep my fingers crossed. And it has minimized the thrips pressure quite a bit. But I don't think it's on the Bonnie spider plant anymore. And it is growing back. Even though it like lost all of its leaves down to the soil line, but it is growing back. So got a little seed there, little fluffy seed there. So they're just little itty bitty guys coming out of the soil where the plants were, and they grew back like right away too. Started growing back right away. As soon as the thrips pressure lightened up a bit, it was like bam bam, shooting up some new shoots. So yeah, this is a green curly plant. So I messaged the girl I bought these from, and she said she just found them at a Home Depot over the summer. She found this plant over at Home Depot, and I was like, whoa, can't believe it. Oops, forgot my things were down here. More pruners. So I got most of it off. Now I'm just cutting off some of these tips. But it is looking a lot better. Getting all the brown crud out. So personally, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties of snake plants, now 5. This makes 5. I don't know, I just enjoy them. They're funny, they're pretty low maintenance. I do enjoy watching them grow. I don't have my mother plants anymore. Both mother plants had scale when I bought them. And it slowly just got to be too much for me to manage. But I had babies, so I was willing to get rid of the mother plants just to start clean. So here's some reverse variegated spider plants. These two right here. And kind of high up. Those are from Gray's greenhouse here in Metro Detroit, and then an all green variety, also from Gray's greenhouse. I got them at the same time. These are just babies. I have a lot of little ones coming from here. Here you see another one. This one came from my mother-in-law, her mother plant. Oh, no, not those. Those are dying. This is the spider plant that got thrips over the summer or somewhat recently. And the 2 little ones that got eaten up. Regrowing back. You can kind of see, I don't know if there's a focus. I'm still figuring out this camera. But that is the curly spider plant, the one that you would normally find around with the white stripe in the middle. Yeah, Lila? Lila enjoys the plant room. She likes basking underneath bright light here. Okay. Alright, so thank you for watching this. If I get around to it, I will record how I plan on propagating, maybe even just potting up the Dischidia cuttings and the Hoya cuttings. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.